Oh my god. Warrior Midlife Crisis. Bro, for the Warcraft Classic 1 to 60. Is he finally going to realize how difficult it is after level 30 and 40? Like, seriously, Warrior becomes a chore, and a very difficult chore. Unless you have a friend or two, a healer, maybe a group too. And sorry if I was really mad last time about the Paladin, is the fact that because I played Holy Paladin for so long, it just bothers me when someone doesn't use an efficient way to heal someone and then they blame the other people or the tank. Because a Holy Paladin has enough utility to never need mana or heal the team passively even. So it's just if you're not going to use your abilities, the problem is you, man. The problem isn't the tank or the people who are not doing some of the boss's techniques right. You need to first learn your character, then start yelling at people. But yeah, Hrothgar wasn't the best Holy Paladin, but he did the job. He ended the boss and we praise him for that, but holy shit, he was incompetent. But yeah, let's go in the count of 3, 2, 1, go.
Open door in 5.
Oh god.
4.
Oh, well, you can't get in now.
Oh,
Can you?
No. Oh, fucking bastard.
Jesus.
Fucking scum.
Jesus, heal him. Heal him.
Let me in.
Shield him.
Let me in. Fuck. Oh, fuck. I'm in.
Okay. Ooh. Oh, there you go. Fuck.
You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation. Well, last time, our hero fought bravely to overcome harsh perils and tough times, completing Black Fathom Deeps in Ashenvale and flying off into the distance. So how did I end up storming Scarlet Monastery? A dungeon way above my pay grade, wielding an extremely powerful weapon with a group of Scarlet Monastery. A dungeon way above my pay grade, wielding
Holy
an
fuck.
extremely powerful weapon with a group of gnomes, one of which I hold a lifelong grudge towards.
Damn it. Well, you joined the
Through a series of events I'll explain later, ended up unequipping all his armor to sit down and enjoy a regular day in World of Warcraft. And then, the Fire Nation attacked.
Get the fuck out of here with your airbender memes, man!
I'll have you know I've gone.
Okay, that was awesome. Holy shit. Man, he doesn't go, he puts everything in, man.
Much
I love
peril
it.
to bring you this video. The Deathball saga has finally come to a close as they've yet again declared my apartment legally fit for human life.
Christ, man.
I'll admit it was my fault. I should have refrained from chopping that milk in half with an axe years ago, but for human life. I'll admit it was my fault. I should have.
Does that fucking milk has a picture on it? Is that a picture of a missing person? Or is that a picture of some? Is he actually? Is this him? What is? I doubt it. No way. Oh, nice. That's like one of those small chauffage things.
Refrained from chopping that milk in half with an axe years ago, but there's no use in crying over spilled milk. What's important is focus. The who, what, when, and the where. I traveled from Ashenvale to Duskwood, exploring.
Ooh, yes,
Duskwood.
Duskwood.
In search of quests. You see, I had to get to level 30 to execute Order 66, or as it's referred to by the WoW community, absolutely ruining our game. But I...
yeah, it is actually, it is. But they ban you for like a day. If you ninja loot in a raid, they're gonna ban you for a month. That's for sure.
In my time
I know
there,
that.
I killed foul ghouls and scary skeletons. I met a man who through a very advanced form of schizophrenia was actually 5 people, 4 of which were buffing his conscious self. I got enriched by the local culture
I do the same.
and killed a mage in his own bed. Completely honorless, but also something he'd never expect. Found a mob spawned inside of a wall. Fucking unplayable 15-year-old trash game.
What? Yeah, that's oh
Came
god.
acquainted with what the
yes.
locals refer to as the situation.
Yep.
And I made an enemy who
punched.
I harbor great negative emotions towards. I saw a bunch of people posting in the chat about this one rogue who was just terrorizing this relatively low leveling area. When he finally got to me, I couldn't
35.
believe it. It was Sindolf, bastard. The same
Well, in Duskwood, there is always
fucking
gonna
guy
be
from
shit
way
like
back
that.
then.
Oh,
Getting ganked
fucking
by a
piece of
rogue
shit.
in WoW is truly falling victim to one of the classic blunders.
Yeah.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, and I'll advertise the creation of a mob to hunt you down. All Horde players are just people that had awful parenting, and it was time to cleanse Darkwood
That's
of this
true.
evil. We use the formation that's
Wait a second. Okay, that's bullshit. I have a friend who plays Horde like 99% of the time, unless you have another friend that plays Alliance. He's not a bad person, as his parents seems to have a decent influence on him. So I think I can't deny that. But I have two other friends who play Horde, and they have had awful time with their parents growing up. I know that for sure. So yeah, 2 to 3, I would say it in his
awful
favor.
parenting.
That's
and
the right
it was
judgment.
time to cleanse Darkwood of this evil. We use the formation that's in American football referred to as the Dirty Gremlin. We split up in three directions from where the rogue was last seen, and all act as bait. When the child in need of a proper father figure can't
Yes.
retain his misplaced emotions any longer, he strikes just as I expected. I rejoiced and truly tasted sweet victory. Sindolf should have known never to start a land war in the Eastern Kingdoms.
Yeah.
But only slightly less known is this. Never going against the Night Elf when death is on the line. He killed me and logged off. And then I did something despicable. After
didn't get
reaching
that.
level 30 through various means which I'm not legally obliged to disclose.
Your GF carrying you. Yeah, that's more like it for a warrior.
I went scouting for a guild, not because I lacked companionship, but rather because I was gonna take them for all they had.
What? We're friendly and fuck too. We just started recruiting, not many members yet, but we will get there. Can I interest you in an invite? Smiley face. Like what? Look, fuck two. What does fuck two means? Or is that? I don't
See,
know.
at level 30, you get access to your warrior quests, which, if completed, give you access to Berserker Stance and the Whirlwind Axe, respectively. Now,
If you use it right, that shit is strong. Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, that's basically. It's one sec cooled. Oh, it's a stance. Okay, for a second I was like, what the fuck? Oh, it's a stance like
through
aura.
traditional means, one couldn't possibly begin to take on these tasks at level 30. That is where the guild comes into play. You see, warriors suck so fucking much at leveling that they almost sort of default into being the best scaling class in the game. It's quite unimpressive when you think about it. Here's my math.
What the fuck is that purple one? How shitty leveling is. I would say the black one is a fucking... Oh, the black one is warrior. Oh, alright. Alright, yeah, because I mean, everything you have is scales of your items. Other classes have normal, they just need hit rate. And then their spells basically
For
destroy.
the lackluster
Yeah.
experience, warriors are in high demand, and guilds are oftentimes very invested in helping their warriors progress to a point where they can raid. Here's where the
Sick.
aforementioned ruse comes into play. I joined a guild and convinced this poor soul to help me through the entirety of my warrior quest chain, which requires a couple steps. First,
What?
we have a stern talking with our warrior class trainer.
What do you mean tricked? Like, they're going to help you and you're going to eventually help them raid. So it's not tricking.
Who tells us we need to travel to a faraway island.
Fuck
With
me.
haste, I return to Duskwood and enter possibly the biggest world PvP clusterfuck in the game, which both thematically and geographically is...
Oh my god, I have nightmares in that place. Bro, okay, you can't see my mouse. Give me a second. So I have nightmares from this area here, because you usually go to this island and fish for black oily fish, And bro, this place, this fucking area here is filled with horde. Like, they just camp here, waiting for you to go, or like collect some papers. It's just insane. Yeah, don't go to Ashram. Don't go here at all. Like, Booty Bay doesn't worth your time, ever.
Almost entirely like Vietnam, one of the actual inspirations behind this rumble in the jungle. Our goal is to make it to Booty Bay at the southern tip, where we'll not just pick up a flight path, but also take a boat to Merchant's Coast in the Barrens. I was terrified of all the horde players, and I focused so much on avoiding them that I died to the mob.
Again, you're level 30. You're going to keep dying and dying and dying until you get to the fucking Flight Master. If you get there.
Incidents along the way, I managed to claw my way through the jungle and get to Booty Bay. Oh shit, that actually rhymes. That's actually bars.
Yeah.
With the few minor incidents along the way, I managed to claw my way through the jungle and get to Booty Bay. Fuck. On the
that was awesome.
Compared to how much my friends and everybody in this game was hyping this area up to just be a death zone, the horde players were actually surprisingly nice, just letting a low-level player pass through. I'll be sure to remember that, and I'll be kind to these horde players.
No, fuck them all. They are only nice to you because they fucking know you. They know you. They've seen your videos. They know you're suffering. They don't want the videos to stop because these videos are so fucking awesome. So they're not gonna annoy you as much. Because these motherfuckers will kill anyone else. Kill them all!
I reach level 60 and return to this jungle with 100 men armed to
Yes!
Now, if I'd jumped off the boat well ahead of time, I would have been right next to the island. Instead, I went mountain climbing for 15 minutes before realizing I went the wrong way. To then find out that there's a fatigue system in the game. You can absolutely exert all your energy and drown.
Die immediately.
Warcraft, you learn something new every day. I finally make it to the island and speak to Clannock MacLeod, a reference to the musician, who wants me to kill Big Will, who's actually also a reference to the musician Big Will. After doing this man's dirty work, we learn Berserker stance and begin the hard part of the quest. We journey all the way to Hillsbrad Foothills, tied to Helcular, up through the Alterac Mountains and speak to Bathra the Windwatcher, who gives us the WoW class quest equivalent to 40 shots of tequila at once. We gotta bring him 8 life root, 30 blood scalp tusks, and an essence of the exile. The life root is pretty cheap, but we'll be bankrupting our economy for the essence. You see, to make it you need 8 cresting, burning, and thundering charms. Something I could spend a week grinding or just buy on the auction house. After getting scammed by various Chinese auction house bots, I headed to Stranglethorn Vale to meet up with the man who was spending hours of his life helping out a new guild member.
Oh my god, why? To be fair, we need people like this more, because that is actually an obstacle for many players. They don't have enough friends and people. Especially now that the servers are deserted.
Getting these blood scalp tusks is incredibly rewarding. And by that, I mean agonizingly slow, unreasonably inconsistent, and altogether an irreconcilable experience void of any gratification. We have
5% chance
until I have 30 tusks. It's not unusual to kill 10 without getting a single drop. There is one area where a lot of trolls spawn, but we got killed there 5 times in a row and decided it wasn't fucking meant to be. Which left us with the option of
fucking orc stores. Oh my god. Yeah, you need at least an RDPS and a healer to be able to level here peacefully as a warrior. Fuck me.
It felt like the good area, but sugar-free. Like the discount experience for the losers who couldn't hack it. This was diet tusk farming, and I wasn't having fun. In the jungle, there's no mercy. You kill people to steal their mob. You kill people to layer them. In fact, you kill people just because you fucking can.
Destroyed.
It's not like you got anything better to do whilst waiting several minutes for a troll to spawn.
To find fucking 8% chance on my paper! Bro, this game sucks! How the fuck did we play this game? Now that I play like a Star Rail and like that other Genshin and like, I don't know, Azur Lane even. Like, this game was so grindy. Holy shit! Like, World of Warcraft Classic was insane.
I started farming these tusks at 1:30 a.m. and it took a solid 2 hours before I had
Fuck you!
By this point, my man had actively been assisting me for nearly 4 hours. Oh, fuck. We then journeyed back to
I just
the
feel bad for him.
mountains to complete the final part of the quest. After Bathrog cooks up a potent concoction, we perform the summoning ritual. After which, Cyclone killed us immediately. It wasn't even close.
God.
We definitely needed assistance. I looked
If
through
you
my
see a
friends
skull,
list, and the
group
only
up.
person online was Larry6, the infamous gnome of doom. I swallowed my pride and asked for his help. He obliged, and with the help of a couple people from my guild, we finally managed to take down Cyclonian. I turned in the quest and
Congratulations.
was finally the proud owner of the Whirlwind Axe, a weapon so goddamn good for my level that it should be illegal to wear at level 30. After receiving the axe, I told my
that is
guild
fucking
it's been a pleasure
powerful.
doing business with them, and immediately left the guild.
What? Why? Why, bro? You could fucking raid. Those motherfuckers will know their shit. Fuck you!
Darkness
Fuck
just
you!
tasted me.
Ah. And bro, he was committed. Like, he was committed to helping him. Because when he was a warrior himself, so he knew the obstacles. Fuck.
Larry and I agreed to meet up some other time to settle our differences.
God.
And it was at this very moment that I started rising to glory. You see, I checked my mailbox. Abortion sent us a letter titled, Got Milk, containing 235
What the fuck? That's so dark.
glasses of milk. He also included a second package with 5
Oh,
pounds
God.
of flesh, troll sweat, mystery meat, and vision dust. You know
my
what
God.
to do with these. Fuck sent us 69
Shit,
silver to
basically
compensate
shit.
for what he did in Dead Mines. This letter was titled Mental Disability. Here's 2 gold for the trouble, you poor ass. Huckster says use these to beat mages and sends me 2 free action potions and 2 swiftness
Huh? Well, you can do that.
potions. These will come in very handy. Diarrhea says, wear a shirt, you filth. I
okay,
humbly
yeah.
accept
If you
my
don't
new
have one.
garments. Mind if I put my sweet nectar in your moist cornbread? Please don't message me again.
Oh my god, moist corn.
And Rurik makes
Fuck
a
me.
generous contribution.
Oh my
to
god,
the
10
crusade.
gold.
These 10 gold will be spent very
That's
well.
great.
I'm gonna invest them in goblin rocket boots that might blow up and getting e-drunk with presumably women.
To be fair, Goblin Rocket Boots are absolute must-have for any melee
Speaking
DPS.
of presumably women, I got a promiscuous letter from Big Titty GF, who sent me some of her homemade
Honest rogues.
cheese. I told her it was disgusting and sent it back. And now
It's
it
okay,
was
some
time for a
self-respect.
dungeon. Not the one from the intro, we'll get to that, but rather it was time to bludgeon our new axe on Gnome
Number
Ragan.
gone.
The only
Yes.
dungeon in the game where almost every single enemy is a gnome, a dungeon I chose for
Oh,
no
God.
particular reason. Starting time 1 a.m. Catchphrase, here we go again. If God is real, amen.
Oh my god. You fucking... What? Come on, man.
This-
Okay.
Run was a disservice to human intelligence, and probably the biggest fiasco I've encountered during my 100+ hours in Azeroth. It's honestly impressive that this many things could go wrong at the same time. Check it out, right? I couldn't get the first keycard to drop, probably because of a bug, but possibly due to unfathomable bad luck.
Oh yeah,
no
low
quest
chance.
XP for me. Later we survive an ambush, after which Blastmaster Shortfuse sets off an explosion and closes the entrance to the tunnel. Somehow, I managed to walk through the rubble just at the moment before the invisible wall gets put into place.
Okay.
And there I stood, completely soft-locked.
Why the fuck would you even attempt that if you know that there is going to be an invisible wall there later? Like in a second. Well,
I
you
couldn't
fucked
Hearthstone
yourself.
out or get my health to 0.
Is there a way for him to... He can press on like the question mark and on a stock, but that would probably just teleport him to like a spirit healer or some bullshit.
Had it not been for the Warlock summoning portal,
Yeah, Blizzard loves is wasting your time. So yeah, they don't even unstuck
I
you,
couldn't
right?
Hearthstone out or get my health to 0. Had it not been for the Warlock summoning portal, I would have had to start a new
alright.
life as a cave dweller. Our whole group then goes
That's
on
good.
to miss the second punch card, and our
Nice.
warrior needs for a ring with spirit and stamina. This caused Tractor, our mage, to have a mental breakdown. As I'm focused on the chat, I managed
It would
to
be better
aggro a
for
group
him
of mobs.
for RTPs because they can use it in combat. Like a spirit is usable in combat for them.
As I'm focused
Or a
on the
healer.
chat, I managed to aggro a group of mobs. My comrades stand still and watch me die. I call Tractor a redditor. He leaves the party, and I managed to get
That's an
exactly
insult. Are
11
you
out
kidding
of
me?
12 essential artifacts before having to
Fucking
give
a
up.
snowbite,
Considering
bitches.
literally everything went wrong, I thought it couldn't possibly get any
A Snow White? A snowflake, bitches. Jesus!
worse. So I find a new group and start all over. That jump was perfect, by the way, and on purpose.
Oh, was it?
Or Numerican, no Reagan, whatever. Is a stale experience with a bit of charm to it. It's not utterly poorly designed like stockades, but there's nothing extraordinary either. So let's skip past all the boring shit. 5 AM, we wiped to these arcane nullifiers.
How can you even vibe anymore? Like, seriously. It's not that compact. It's not that dense. Like, the populated... You can easily have, like, one mob and attack it.
And got to re-experience Blizzard's patented, gruesome, walk to your corpse gameplay.
Oh,
We
it's
make
so
a
annoying.
calculated
It's so
jump
annoying, that
brings
shit.
us within an inch of losing our lives. I get disconnected. After reconnecting
Fuck.
to the Blizzard multiplayer experience,
Oh, that's even
I
worse.
use the auto blow too, because might as well while I have the chance. It's not like
Yeah.
I'll ever do this godforsaken fucking dungeon again. Then, after a long night of harsh grief and misfortune, it was time for the boss. You already know what I did. If you've seen the first 3 videos, you know the pattern, you know what's coming, you've seen this before. Going utterly against the suggestions of my comrades, I charge in whilst our hero has 0 mana. Proceed to
Fucking
dive on top of my
idiot.
health potion, and
Fucking
somehow I
idiot.
still have the fucking nerve to ask for a goddamn revive whilst my whole group is slaughtered. After we all wipe, I have
Yeah,
to undergo
Warcraft,
the
you
walk of shame.
motherfuckers.
After spending a moderate amount of time to get back to the boss room, I finally managed to beat Numerican. It's at this point that I'm supposed to feel satisfaction. But let
No!
me tell you, no matter how many completed quests I have in my log, no matter how close I am to hitting level 32, there's absolutely no happy juices left in the brain when you're at the tail end of an infamous WoW session till the sun.
8:48 a.m. Bro, he started at 2. He started at 2. Or was it? No, he went into the American at like 4 or something. This game, yo, but this game just wastes so much of your time on a small amounts of like dopamine, man.
Having had my fill of dungeon grinding, I decided to go on an adventure, seeing as I'm the
Nocturnal
type
bitches.
of person who would rather spend 3 hours of my life than Google the next appropriate zone for my character. I started at Hillsbrad Foothills, went through Silverpine Forest, and found a giant purple ball in Dalaran. I met this undead priest who
That is the
danced with
Dalaran.
me and licked me, after which I'd earned his trust. I led him into a faraway cave and fucking killed him. I swam across Mortimer Lake and met this old couple living in a
God.
house. I found out the hard
Old
way
couple.
that they don't take kindly to strangers.
Yeah, they're fucking
When
strong.
I finally got away from them, an assassin on stealth
Oh my
killed
God.
me in cold blood. And then I did all that again in wisp form, after which I entered
There you go.
Horde territory.
Unless you have 50% more speed than others with the Night of this
And
form.
since Tirisfal Glades apparently wasn't scary enough,
Maybe that was
I
a joke.
decided to venture into Undercity. I quickly changed my mind. Now here is where my exploration took an unexpected turn. I saw a Zeppelin for the first time, seeing as it was garrisoned by death guards, packed to the brim with Horde players, and headed to an unknown destination.
That's That's like the ships of
I
Horde.
immediately knew I had to board it.
It is
Using
literally-
crosswalking, I res inside the airship and fly off into the distance, eagerly awaiting unknown lands. Now, the very unfortunate thing was that an orc found me.
Oh, no.
Considering I revealed myself, that really shouldn't have come as a surprise. As he enforced natural selection at its finest, I managed to hold on to dear life just a tad longer by doing my sexy dance.
Smart.
When he started skanking, I actually thought I was safe. But lo and behold, he was still gonna end me. And just as I'm about to die, we entered the loading zone to Kalimdor. Having mildly better internet than my oppressor, I seize the moment and jump out of the blimp. I land safely in the water and
nice.
swim to the shore. However, it didn't take long for me to realize that this was no place for a night elf.
Yeah.
With a great sense of urgency, I
Durotar, bro, you're literally in the mouth of Orgrimmar. What do you mean?
decided to take the airship back. In Durotar, you can expect to run into just a few players taking advantage of the free public transit. I zoom past them and hide in the cargo hold. Everything was going smoothly until I was yet again discovered by an orc. I tried to negotiate with him, but I quickly discovered that he had all the leverage. When he inevitably
Stamp.
tries to stab me, I jump out of the Zeppelin. I survive
No?
the fall,
Oh,
just to
there
be
you
met
go.
by a small army of hordes. I see a big red arrow above my head.
Oh,
I
no.
suppose what happened next
Yeah.
was to be expected. I'd had enough of this shit and took the Hearthstone home, flew to Theramore Isle.
That's a better fucking off. Seriously, it's never go to Kalimdor. Stay in Eastern Kingdoms and enjoy leveling up. Unless for your like
and ran through
race
Dust
quests
Swallow
and
Marsh.
shit.
With only a handful of deaths, I trek my way through the Barrens and make it to Thousand Needles. So my
Ooh, Tanaris is so close.
friend here is one hit away from dying. Naturally, I do everything in my power to save him from this gruesome sheep, who
Don't
much to
touch
my
it!
surprise
Don't touch it!
turned out to be an orc under a spell.
That's you piece of
And
shit.
look at that, that's
you
just
piece
goddamn
of shit.
beautiful. It took me 3 hours. Now in WoW, you can't actually communicate with the Horde. Whatever they write gets distorted into Orcish, but people have
Kick.
figured out how to type shit in Orcish, and when I tried questing only to be slain time and time again by this bastard who kept telling me to go back to retail, I had
What the fuck?
enough of this terrible place.
Oh my
In the
God,
last
that's so
chapter, I
fucking
went to
good.
Gadget Sand to pick up a flight path, so this entire journey hadn't been for nothing. And that was the very moment that I received a message from the
Bro, that's the same fucking bullshit cult that trying to keep World of Warcraft pure for new players who want to try Classic. Like, that bullshit needs to stop, and those motherfuckers need to fucking stop this shit.
paths, so this entire journey hadn't
Oh
been
my
for
God.
nothing. And that was the very moment that I received a message from the
Let them
gnome
enjoy the
asking
game.
if I wanted to join in on farming Scarlet Monastery, on the condition that I stopped picking on gnomes.
Ooh.
Even knowing my track record with dungeons and WoW, I convinced myself that this was the move. Seeing as the boss could yield an axe I wanted more than
Oh,
anything
shit.
else in this game. Therefore, I went
there you
all the
go.
way back to Hillsbrad Foothills and met up with Larry. And this is actually
Oh
the
my,
funny
this
part.
is funny.
Remember that entire journey I
This
just
is
described?
fucking ridiculous. Like, it's like two hobbits and legless or something. It's
Now I
just
had to do half
ridiculous.
of it again. And together with an individual who simply couldn't stop talking about how I should stop being mean to gnomes.
So you like to pick on little guys, eh?
10% luck, 20% skill, and 15% concentrated power of will. We actually make it to our
20 skill.
destination in one piece.
That's
Now, if
accurate.
almost every dungeon leading up to this was a full-blown clusterfuck, this was a well-oiled machine. A symbiotic magnum opus, showcasing team
Yeah. Oh, fuck me. Oh my God. For a second, I was like, I'm there. Oh, God damn it. Holy shit.
Teamwork and synergy I never thought possible. Having several mages busting through armory is a fucking beautiful sight to
Yep.
behold. Prior to this, if I aggroed a few mobs, I was the bastard who fucked up. Now, anything less than 10 mobs was considered wasting
Like, everyone's dying a little, so be careful.
time. I had to throw in the towel and admit, alright, I'm having a good time here, this is fucking gameplay.
Yeah, when you have a
Even
competent team.
drank the noggin fogger which made him even smaller. And honestly, I respected him for that size. These gnomes,
Jesus Christ.
and honestly,
Bro, he's the size of the... What the fuck? Yeah, that... That, I think Dragonforge could turn
I
you into a
respect a man
skeleton
of
too.
that
That's fucking
size.
awesome.
These gnomes were clearly giving me the absolute hookup, and I could do nothing but reciprocate. Leading us to the part in the intro
Well.
which I so shamelessly clickbaited you with.
Use them if you got
Unfortunately,
them.
I'm sorry to inform you that nothing extraordinary happened beyond that point. We ran the dungeon a couple times. I got Herod's helmet and shoulders, yet no axe. The
Okay,
day
that's
after,
good.
I decided to try again with a new group, but without the mage hookup, it was painfully slow.
Mm-hmm.
We ran the dungeon for 4 hours before the Ravager
Oh,
finally dropped, at which
Please,
point,
please.
Span Pult, the man who'd previously informed me that the axe was of no use to him, needs on it, and I lose the 50-50 roll. Dungeons in World of Warcraft, man. I'm starting to see
like he has spent 5 hours and then for another hours with another group. 9 hours for a blue epic that he didn't
a
get.
pattern here.
That's fucking awful. But yeah,
As a silver lining to
It's
end
not
the
that
video on a
bad.
high note, I rekindled with my bangin' WoW GF Elizabeth. She'd been grinding the real world, resulting in a solid level deficit, landing me the power position in the relationship. Financially, I was a powerhouse.
That poor
DPS-wise, I was a primal fucking animal, and that's why they always come crawling back, especially if you don't tell them about the letter from Bice. I was a
to
primal
be fair,
fucking animal,
those
and
abs,
that's why they
are
always-
so fucking good. Like, look at that arm actually looks so good on him. I hope he gets to get a bit plate and let's see, it's just to 40 at some
come
point.
crawling back,
Because
especially
Jesus.
if you don't tell them about the letter from Big Titty GF.
No one needs to know.
Anyways, that's the end of our journey for now. Getting E-smashed with presumably women. Would our hero ever get the Ravager axe? Would Swak Wictus rise to the
You don't really
occasion?
need it.
And what gruesome adventures awaits our hero? I suppose you'll find out if I don't quit playing this game. Which I might.
Please don't. Oh my god, fuck off. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. Okay, the questing in World of Warcraft is already difficult, especially when the game doesn't really guide you toward the right directions. Because there are times when you're like in a zone, 1 to 10, there's a zone like 12 to like 20, and then there is a zone next to it that is like 25 to 60 or something. Like there are like bosses in it. That shit can be like weird, especially if you don't have an add-on like Carbonate or something that might guide you toward it. But yeah, this is just difficult. It's just a hard thing to do. And that's one of the game's biggest obstacles. The biggest obstacle of the game is the fact that if you don't enjoy leveling up and you get bored quickly, some people might not even reach 60 or 70 or 80 based on the like expansion they're pulling right now. So yeah. But the game gets better. The game becomes fun, especially when there are events and stuff, and your guilds holds like raids, weekly raids, and weekly like dungeons and hardcore stuff. Then it becomes really fun. So I would say now it just doesn't worth it. But back in the day, it was all we had. So even the suffering was part of it because there was no other thing that felt the same way. But nowadays there's so much better alternative to World of Warcraft, and World of Warcraft in Dragonflight is not enticing enough for some people to come back still. But yeah, thanks for watching everyone. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe. Man, I want to see the other one right now. These are like a TV show. It's so good because I haven't seen something so like extensive on World of Warcraft from a perspective of a new player at that, and someone who I watched before. It's brilliant. See you later.